Hey friends, Tony here from TL Crafts. So, you've seen some patterns, you've watched a few of my videos, and now you want to get serious about Tunisian crochet. The first step is getting the right tools and learning how to use them. Tunisian crochet involves collecting loops on the hook in the forward pass and working them off the hook for the return pass. There's plenty of practice you can do with a traditional hook, but as your projects get larger and more intricate, dedicated Tunisian crochet hooks are a must. If you're ready to invest in your Tunisian crochet tools, this guide will give you all the knowledge you need to pick the right hooks for you. If you're excited to learn more about picking and using the right Tunisian crochet hooks, be sure to like this video and consider subscribing to my channel for more crochet tutorials, free patterns, and product reviews. One great thing about Tunisian crochet is that you can use hooks that you already have in your collection to learn the basics. Just look for a hook that has a thumb rest that is in line with the rest of the hook, and avoid ergonomic hooks or those with decorative handles. My favorite traditional hooks for Tunisian crochet are these from Premier. They have a pointy hook for getting behind loops, a smooth throat for allowing the loops to glide easily, a flat thumb rest that ensures that the loops all stay the same size, and a long enough handle to comfortably hold onto while I crochet. We're looking for all of these same features when it comes to dedicated Tunisian crochet hooks too. This aluminum hook, for example, has a slightly rounder head, which helps to prevent splitting your yarn, and a significantly longer handle to hold on to multiple loops for bigger projects. This hook also has a stopper at the end to prevent loops from falling off the back of the hook. All of these features together make this an ideal hook for Tunisian crochet projects. As you continue to learn and research Tunisian crochet, you're going to encounter several different types of hooks, each one with their own uses and benefits. Fixed or straight hooks like these have extra long handles, typically about 12 inches, with a stopper on the end. Like straight knitting needles, the number of loops you can have on the hook is limited to the length of your hook, thus limiting the overall width of your project. These hooks are great for narrow projects like straight scarves. You can also find corded hooks like these ones. The body of the hook looks just like a traditional crochet hook, but the end has been altered to taper down to a fixed cable, which is typically plastic. The end of the cable has a stopper to keep the loops from falling off. Cabled hooks are a great alternative to straight hooks, as the cable will hold your loops and give your wrist some relief from holding the weight of your project. But like straight hooks, the width of your project is limited to the length of your cord. Interchangeable corded hooks give you the freedom to assemble the ideal hook for whatever project you're working on. These hooks can detach from their cables, so you can attach a cable of your preferred length to the hook that you need for your project. Attach the stopper and you're ready for hours of Tunisian crochet fun. You'll also find double-ended hooks, which are used for creating reversible flat fabrics or for working Tunisian crochet in the round. These tools have a hook of the same size on either end. You can find fixed double-ended hooks or even make your own double-ended hook from an interchangeable Tunisian crochet hook set. Just like with traditional crochet hooks, you have to determine if you're an inline person or a tapered person. Neither style is better than the other, it really just comes down to personal preference. In my experience, many Tunisian crochet hooks live somewhere in the middle. You'll want to experiment with different hooks to determine which hook sets are the best fit for you. As you experiment, you'll likely also develop a preference for a particular hook material. Aluminum hooks are easy to find in fixed sets, but a little tricky to find in interchangeable sets. Plastic hooks are typically inexpensive and easy to find, but some crocheters do have issues with drag that can impact the tension and overall enjoyment of using these hooks. A general crowd pleaser is wood, specifically bamboo. These hooks are lightweight, available in straight and interchangeable sets, and are the best choice for hand health when it comes to Tunisian crochet. Now that you understand your tools, let's talk about picking the right one for your project. Tunisian crochet creates a dense fabric compared to traditional crochet. For this reason, it is often recommended that you increase your hook size in Tunisian crochet. The general rule of thumb is to start with a hook 1 to 2 millimeters larger than what is recommended on the ball band. For example, this DK weight cotton yarn recommends a 5 millimeter hook. For Tunisian crochet, I would start by making a swatch with a 6 millimeter hook and adjust my hook up or down based on the swatch fabric created. In traditional crochet, you have two ways of holding the hook. One way is the knife hold, where the hook handle rests in your palm. The other way is the pencil hold, where the hook handle floats above your hand. Since you're working with a long hook that will have multiple loops on it, Tunisian crochet requires the knife hold. To keep even tension, all of your fingers should be in contact with the hook. When I do Tunisian crochet, my ring and pinky fingers move the handle, my thumb and middle finger rest on either side of the hook, keeping things balanced, and my pointer finger directs the hook while also controlling the loops. Adjust the placement and purpose of each of your fingers as you practice. One of the biggest adjustments you'll have to make going from traditional crochet to Tunisian crochet is how you manage multiple loops on your hook. Getting used to having loops under your hand or on a cable can be tricky, but I've found that the best place to start in your practice is by loosening your grip. This allows for some space between your hand and the hook and lets the loops shift naturally. When working the forward pass, allow loops to accumulate to a comfortable amount. When you're ready, gently shift the loops down the handle away from the hook head. I like to do this with my ring and pinky fingers. If you have a medium even tension, the loops should move smoothly. On the return pass, you can gather loops near the hook head to work them off quickly. Continue gathering loops this way until there is only one loop left on the hook. It is so easy to get addicted to Tunisian crochet. That's why I always advocate for investing in a set of hooks, even if you're still practicing. Here are a few of the sets that I have in my collection. These 10.5-inch straight aluminum hooks are well made and really easy to use. You get 11 different sized hooks for less than $10, and they're a great place to start if you're still practicing. If you like straight hooks but want something a little fancier, these hooks from Furls are really nice. They don't actually come in a set, but I did buy one of each size that is offered. They're lightweight, easy to use, and so pretty. But stay on your toes though. These hooks sell out really quickly. Furls updates the stock every now and then, and your best bet is to join their email list so you can be the first to know when these hooks are back in stock. These bamboo hooks from Clover are a great option for your first interchangeable set. The bamboo is lightweight and warm in your hand. Also, the cords are flexible and they actually rotate to relieve tension in your wrist. The set comes with hooks ranging from 3.5mm to 8mm, several lengths of cables, and twist-on stoppers in a convenient carrying case. At the time of filming this video, Amazon is having an incredible sale on these hooks, over 50% off. You can also find these hooks at Michael's for a great price when you use a 50% off coupon. If you like bamboo but want some larger sizes, the Chaigu interchangeable hooks go up to 10mm, which is actually my preferred size for level 5 bulky weight yarn. This set is significantly pricier than the Clover set, but the sturdier hooks, thicker zipper case, and Chaigu's coveted flexible cables make it 100% worth it to me. Now, for those brave enough to experiment with double-ended Tunisian crochet, the Denise To Go Crochet 2-hook set is a winner. This set includes 2 hooks of every size from 3.75mm up to 10mm. You can put a stopper on the end of the cable to make it a regular Tunisian crochet hook, or affix the same size hook to the other end of the cable to do some Tunisian crochet in the round. I especially like this set because it comes in a compact silk case, which makes it ideal for travel. I've included links to all of these items in the description below. I really hope this video gave you the confidence and the know-how to dive deeper into Tunisian crochet. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments, be sure to like this video, and then check out a few of my other beginner Tunisian crochet videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.